Hi guys, welcome to Acrylic Avenue with me, Jackie Buckley. I'm here again, just doing a very quick 8x8 inch or 20 by 20 centimetre. I've done a couple of videos now and I've waffled on for nearly an hour, so I'm going to fly through this one. I've sprayed the back of my canvas, I've taped it and I've put the push pins in, so we are pretty much ready to go. Today I am using Graduate Acrylics, Leaf Green, Phthalo Turquoise, which I just love, Emerald, and like I said, Graduate Acrylics, also Titanium White, which is there. Okay, all from the range, and I think they stock it at Hobbycraft as well, but we've not got one near us. So base coat white, no silicone in, and rather than using my usual Floetrol, I have picked up, or should I say my husband's picked up, some PVA Bond adhesive and sealer. I have not used this before, this is a first time, so I've absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm going to put, I have noticed if you leave your paints to sit, they do become quite what's the word I'm looking for? They're not as runny, basically. I'm going to stick some Treadmill silicone in these, and I had quite a good outcome from the flip cup I did yesterday with a smaller amount, well, more paint than this, but I put more silicone in. 2, 3, 4, so I'm going to go with 4. Nearly got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's absolutely pouring out of there. Let's just try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gentle stir. Just give that a mix in. Not too crazy. And obviously don't leave it like it is, like that, or else you won't get your cells. Okay, let's go. I think that's a little bit runny. In fact, I know it is. Didn't want that. Excuse me. I'm going to put 2 more blobs of that titanium white in there. If you've got a runny base coat, it's just going to fly off the sides and we're not going to get a good idea of that PVA bond and whether it works or not. If you lose your base coat, the colours that you're using in your flip and drag, where the silicone rests, it'll just go straight through to your canvas and you'll have big gaps. This is why, even though it comes gessoed already, I still put a base coat on. I'm still not convinced about that. Sorry if you're off the camera, out of view. I'm not happy with it. Sorry guys, I thought I'd be ready, and yet I'm not. I thought it was about 6 o'clock. My husband's just come up and said I'm taking the dogs out, which he normally does about 9 o'clock. So I said it's only 6 o'clock. He went, no, it's not, Jackie. It's nearly 9:30. So that's time flies when you're having fun and all that jazz. Flew to the range earlier to pick up some black paint. I'd completely run out, and I'm so eager to try a blob painting. Don't know whether you've seen them or heard of them. I just love the style. So you give your canvas a base coat. I've got one in the background, a black base, and you do splodges, splodge, 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 circles all over in one colour. Put it to one side, let it dry for a few days, bring it back, then another colour. Splash, 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 splash. Julie Cuts from Pouring Your Heart Out has done some lovely ones, and I know there's so many more out there that have done it. She's just the lady that springs to mind because I do follow a lot of her work. I'm not going to get that any thicker than it is. Well, I am, but I want to get moving. Swifty swipe. Just let it run over the sides. Don't worry about your air bubbles, we'll get rid of those in a minute, which we've got quite a few. Just want to try and get done before my husband gets back with the dogs, because he's going to send out a search party if I am much longer. I could quite happily live in this loft. I was evicted from the kitchen, I'm sorry, the dining room table, and went up to the upstairs, one of the upstairs bedrooms, and it just wasn't big enough, so I am up in the loft. Nobody mithering, no cats, no dogs, no children, no husband, just me and the noise from the train line at the back. Don't know whether you can hear that car in the background. You wouldn't believe he lives about half a mile away from here. Always revving that engine. He's a gearhead, if that's what they call them. That's what he is. Or is he a petrol head? One or the other. I have a friend that lives on the same street as him. In fact, she lives opposite him. Bless her. I'm just going to stick my head in the frame for a minute. Let that paint run over. Keep your canvas in view. Don't worry too much, I suppose, about the sides. They'll get sorted when you do your flip. Okay, we have tons of paint on there. Okay, to get rid of those air bubbles, we don't want them in. We want rid. Don't get too close to your paint, you'll burn it. And obviously if you, that wasn't English, obviously if you're too high up, you won't get rid of them. Come on, you were working before. Okay, done, sorted. Right, cups. Let's do a two. Let's do a 2 cup flip. 3 is not going to fit. Are you in view? No, you're not. I'm going to move this back a bit and move these forward a bit. I don't know whether I went through my ratios and things. 8 by 8 inches, 20 by 20 centimetres needs about 200 grams of paint. So I've got 4 colours, so I'm going for 50 grams of paint. Wipe you thick and up. I don't want to stir them too much at this point because there's an awful lot of air bubbles in these paints, which I'm not overly keen about, but hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them. The main thing is we want an absolute ton of cells, and then rather than spending 40 odd pound on Floetrol, which I absolutely adore, don't get me wrong, I do love it, we spent £6.99 for 2.5 litres. You do the math. You've thickened up as well. I nearly put gold in this mixture, but I suddenly realised what time it was. Didn't want two colours, two dark colours together. Gonna have to go with it, I'm afraid. You've thickened up. Perhaps we're gonna have to go with a bit more water next time. Get them quite runny so that when we are ready, they'll be absolutely fine to start. I've not done that right at all. Let me put them in a better order. Let's go leaf green. No, let's go white, which I should have done anyway. Leaf green. I'm sorry, that's not leaf green. Emerald, leaf green, and phthalo turquoise. A bit more white. Come on, cells. We need cells. Give us cells. There's a fly in the room. Please stay out. Do not come near. I am going to have to leap out of my comfort zone and start doing another technique. I used to do I've done swipes, but I tend to just end up with no paint at the top where I've dragged down from. I know it's because I'm pressing on too much. I've done Starburst. I'm just making these names up now, I think. They're called Starburst. Bottom. That wasn't brilliant idea, Jockey. Look. Bottle. I know what I mean. Open cup, I've done those. I always struggled getting the corners. So with your dirty paws, which I started doing when I very first found acrylic pouring, I was doing the dirty paw and I could never get the corners. It used to drive me mad. Let's go with one more layer. That'll be 3 layers. I think these paints have gone too thick. Have any of you used that PVA that I was talking about, that I've used in this mix? I've never seen it before. I really haven't. Don't worry about that splodge, it will disappear if my paints haven't become solid. Last one. I'm going to finish with some white just in case we don't have enough paint. Please, please give me cells. That's all I'm asking of you. Okay, get down there. Cross your fingers, toes, eyes, whatever you've got, get them crossed. A, I don't know whether I've got enough paint, and B, this is the point where I normally fling it all over the place. I'm just going to turn that slightly so I'm at the right angle. 1, 2, 3, I hate this bit. 1, done perfectly. 2, I'm going to turn it again actually. Oh, why have you not got any paint there? Base coat, help out. Next one, just give them a minute to settle. I do apologise if my head's in the screen in view. Why? I've just filled you up. Don't make me put you in the bin. That's all I wanted. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Sorry, head in the way, head in the way. Right, tilt you back that way. Have we any evidence of... Oh, man. Not what I... Oh, I see cells. Will it work? Put that in there. Put that in there. Just give those a second to really... I'm not going to give that one any longer, actually. It's coming out. Oh my gosh, look at that. Stay on there, please. Oh, I've made that drip everywhere. I hate doing that. I just lose my cool at this stage. I really do. Got some little cells forming. Might work, guys. I swear I've got issues, me. Those of you that know me will be going, yep, Jack, you have. We already knew that. And that one has stayed far too much up at the top. This was my fear that... Oh, guys. Guys. What a mess. Just fling your paint pot at your canvas, Jackie. I can see cells there, so I'm not happy with that. It was only a test run to just test that PVA, so it's not the end of the world, but in fact I see quite a few cells there, which I like. I like it a lot. Aren't you working? Oh, you are. In fact, you're working quite a lot. Why are you working like that? Thank you. Oh, man. Cell City. Lots of... Okay, let's just move these out of the way. And I'm going that way first. I could do with a bit of a corner catcher really, but having just nearly destroyed it with that, I don't think I'm going to bother. Steadily, side to side, walk it down that way. Oh man, this day couldn't get any worse. My pins come out the back. How not to do a flip cup. Over you go. If it's not moving, just help it over the edge. I don't want to lose those little ones. Go on, over you go. You're not going, are you? Oh, I've completely lost that pin now. Come on. Guys, I've lost a pin. I'm not happy with that white streak. What the heck? Gently. There. Stupid pin. One. Well, everything that could have gone wrong at the end of that video pretty much has done. I'm going to get that pin back in there, I don't know. Just help it over the edge. Don't worry too much about it. Just bring that paint. Oh, I'm going to get annoyed with that bottom left corner. Is it your top right corner? I don't know what it is. Obviously not. Hit it in hard enough. Why I've got that great big stripe down the middle is beyond me. And why you are not in the canvas is also beyond me. That is possibly because I put that extra bit of white on the base coat before I did my flip cup. And a lot of it's probably going to run off because of that push pin underneath. I very much doubt we're straight. Just leave that sat waiting. Again, don't run off. Don't worry about the runoff. We can make jewellery with what's spilt off. Nah. Okay, that is pretty much it. I don't know what you think of it. It's not too bad to say it wasn't Floetrol, and the fact that I poured my knife and what was the other thing, dropped my cup in it, which is this bit down here, which I'm still not au fait with. Come on. If you tilt after you've torched, you stand the chance of getting some of these cells bigger than they are at the moment. I'm so sorry. There's train lines at the back of the house. I thought I'd shut that window. I don't know why they're running on that line, because they're just empty. Right, you push pin are sacked from your job of pushing and pinning. I'm going to have to give that another go with that PVA. It wasn't a complete waste of time, but meh. It's not one of my favourite at all. Okay, just scrape those edges again. I don't know whether I've finished doing it. Certainly need doing at the front again, because that's the way we tipped. What was I going to say then? I'm hoping this video is slightly shorter than the ones I've done recently. It's got to be. And that's that. I actually quite like that. It'd make a lovely clock. You can do it if you really want. Do, do, do. Come on, give me cells. Come on, give me cells. Give me cells. I've torched that much. It's quite possibly dry already. That. Okay. So again, that PVA was Bondit glues and adhesives. I need to ask my husband where he's picked it up from, because £6.99, as I said earlier, is far cheaper than £40 for Floetrol. Alright, I will show it you when it's dry, and I hope you all have a lovely evening, or what's left of it. Thank you. Bye.